Welcome back to the show. I am the Star Wars Daddy. I'm bringing you another video here on a Sunday. It's a miscellaneous video because that's what comes out on Sundays. And what is this? Well, it's a mashup. It's a mashup of a collection unboxing that I received, as well as a CAS unboxing that I just got. And why am I mashing them together? The reason is because in the collection unboxing, I found that the collection, and I had no idea it was in this nice a shape, but every item looked like it had just been pulled off the card, put into an action figure collector's case, and stored away until I received it. I was blown away at each figure I pulled out. I was like, the limbs are super tight. There's no paint rubs. It looks like these haven't even been played with. And so I sent a bunch of those items off to be graded. And so I held on to that video until these items came back. And so as I do the collection unboxing, I'll snip in a bunch of the videos from the CAS unboxing as I get to each one of those items. And I'm going to try to do something I have not done yet here on these videos. I've done CAS unboxings. I have done collection unboxings as well. But we're going to put them together because both of these videos correspond with one another. And before we get into that, I have to say something that is awesome. We're at 600 subscribers. We've been at this for 10 months, 600 subscribers. I think I'm at 172 videos that I've put out in that time, which is unbelievable. And that includes shorts probably in that as well, because those come out every now and then as well. But I'm just blown away, you guys, at the support. If you haven't already, and you're not one of these 600 people right here, and you're new to the channel, or you just even haven't clicked on any of these buttons, please, if you could hit that like, subscribe, and that bell notification. And the bell notification is what tells you when these videos come out. It'll notify you right on your phone saying, oh my gosh, the Star Wars Daddy's come out with another video. And real quick, some items in case you haven't seen them. I can't believe you haven't, but if you haven't, right here was the September mail haul. This is where I go over every single item that I add to my collection. We've got all kinds of Star Wars items. We got Ghostbusters, we got Simpsons, we got Indiana Jones, we got Alf. Everything you could possibly imagine was in this video that I added to my collection. Lots of graded items. You've got to check it out. We then did a feature on one of the figures here in my collection, Han Solo. You can't believe it. It's right here. I had graded items. I had some loose items. We had all kinds of variants. We had COO variants. Everything you possibly imagine is in this video. And if you haven't already checked out my eBay videos, those come out on Wednesday, but they're all a recap of my Sunday auctions that end on Sundays. And what we do is we go over all my Star Wars items that end on Sunday. I give shout outs to every person that purchased from me. And we crown a Daddy of the Week, which is the person that spent the most money with me. And we have a lot of fun over there. We do a feature on somebody, a character or an action figure that you might not know too much about. We show clips from the movies. We show canon. We show what you should be looking for. That way you get an idea. So there's a little education that happens. Shout outs. It's a blast. Episode 43, as you've seen right up here, came out. And we had something incredible in that video, which was the Power of the Force from 1985. The Imperial Sniper body rig vehicle that goes with the Imperial Gunner. And if you've never seen one of them or didn't even know it existed, you got to check this video out, see what it goes for. It goes for a great price. And it's the first one I've ever touched with my hands. And I've been doing this for 15 plus years and purchased tons of collections every single year. It's the first one I touched. I have a graded one that you will see in this video or in the thumbnail of this one. And in a past video, I also featured the graded one, but I never touched that one. I purchased it from Chris over at 5 Idiot Stocking Toys and Rogue5Toys.com. And he sent it directly to CAS for me. So I never got a chance to even touch it or handle it. But this one I got to, thank goodness. But I think I've talked long enough. Let's get into the CAS unboxing / collection unboxing mashup video that I've put together. And hopefully it comes out as good as I'm imagining right now. It's happening now. All right, let's take a look at what we've got here. All right. So got this one for $1,200. The item had been sitting on eBay for quite a while. I made an offer and it was accepted. All right, so we've got some pretty good packaging in here. More figures. Okay. And as we see here, we got the more rare Yoda vinyl case. And then we've got the standard one, but this button on the top is broken off. And so this will just be used for parts for other ones that I have to make a complete one. Let's open these up and see what we've got. I've got my water right here, ready to do a float test of all the weapons. And we've got a Yoda that's complete. Sounds good. Should sync. It does. Okay, here is that Yoda, and it came in at a CAS 85, and it is the 1980 Kenner Star Wars Yoda Orange Snake Light Green with brown eyes. The COO is a 2-line LFL Hong Kong. 85.8 was the overall score. Look how beautiful this figure is. There's not a paint rub on it. Let's see if we can even find a paint rub. We're looking. We're hunting. None. Oh, the tiniest little ding on the bottom of the foot. That just could be a piece of dust. Who knows? Incredible. Let's take a look at this boba. Jiminy Christmas. This boba is, look how nice this is. I mean, there's just mint condition Yoda here. Yoda. Boba. I don't see a paint rub on him. Sheesh. All right, we do the drop test there. That one's good. Drop test, good. We got a Dengar. Everybody loves a Dengar. We've got a Bosk. Weapons are all sounding good so far. This was the seller's. This was his dad's childhood collection. So hoping that it's all good here. All sound good. This one needs to be cleaned. We got a Lobot. You love him. That's good. Now here we got a weapon. We're definitely going to do a float test. This does not look... Sounds real. Floats. That is a solid, or the dark blue, black Leia blaster there. Looks good to me. Man, all these figures are in incredible condition. No rub on the butt for Lando. Bespin Leia. She is in excellent condition too. No tears in the cape. Just a little bit of a it looks like a factory error on the paint on that hand, but that's about it. Always check the 21B thing. That's good. Let's open this up. All right. We got a Logray. He looks awesome. Bib Fortuna. Scout Trooper. Always check that one too. That one's always a reproduction. Looks good there. Next up is this Biker Scout Trooper. Look how beautiful this one came out. And we got an 80 plus from CAS, a Biker Scout long mask. COO is a 2-line Hong Kong. And it got an 84.2, almost an 85. You can see a little discoloring to the head here, but overall, this figure is beautiful. There's typically, some paint wear here on the back of the legs and on the butt area and on the elbows. You'll see some, but besides, the little bit of discoloring here to the head, the rest of this figure is beautiful. Awesome. TIE Fighter pilot. That's a good blaster. Adam Gothard, look at this guy. Comes with its spike. This is one of his figures that he collects. Looks good. Bespin Luke does not look like we have his accessories, but we'll keep looking in there. We have a squid head. I swear that the blaster was in the pictures. We'll check it out. All right. We're missing... This happens all the time. The cloth has come off the cape for Klaatu. It's unfortunate. Weequay. And we've got Skiff Guard Lando. It's in excellent condition. FX7 with all of his legs out. Let's see if they can go back in. Sometimes they'll go back in. We'll just have to get a little rubber band, put it around all these guys to keep them in. We almost have it. What is this? Orange eye. We got Jedi Luke Skywalker here with the green saber. Looks good. There's the blaster. Looks good. Floats. Sounds correct. And this is a Taiwan. I mean, dude, I don't think these figures were even played with. And we always check underneath this. Nothing. All right. Okay. That one is completed. And let's open up the second box. Oh my. We got first 12s going on in here. Let's get all this, slide all this over. Chewy. Hong Kong. It's good. We got the small head Han Solo that looks unplayed with. Just incredible. Blaster's good. Farm Boy Luke Skywalker. This, I can already tell you it's a Taiwan. It's a Taiwan, and it's in near mint condition. It's the correct saber. Tip is there. Incredible. All right, this Leia's got some yellowing to the torso, as we can see there. Otherwise, the cape is in excellent condition. It's a Hong Kong version. I have better Leias, so I'll swap out the Leia. Here's a blaster. It looks good. Floats. It's all good. That's the solid blue, so that would go with the Bespin Leia. And we'll swap out the darker one for the Princess Leia Organa. C-3PO. Pretty tight leg limbs, which you don't see, but looser arms and a tight head, so that'll sell pretty good. Darth Vader. It's a lettered saber. I cannot read it. It's too small. It's made in Hong Kong. The tip is there. Excellent figure. Some of these might have to be sent off for grading. They're so nice. And here's that Darth Vader, and the letters that were on the saber is a KK. And we've got a 1977 Kenner Star Wars Darth Vader. KK is on the hilt. The COO is a 2-line Hong Kong, and we got an 81.9. Look how beautiful this figure is. Look at the paint on the front chest area there. We'll go to the back here, and there's just like a little tiny mark here on the cape right there, but otherwise, this figure is beautiful. The saber is in near mint condition. Cape looks great. I wish, somehow they had put something around the side here. Sometimes they do that. They put these little brackets here to keep the cape kind of tight in there, which helps, emphasize the saber and doesn't hide it, but looks beautiful. They are just excellent. All right, we got made in Hong Kong R2. Head clicks, pretty decent. A little bit of wear to the sticker, but otherwise pretty nice. All right, we're missing the tip for an Obi-Wan. Hong Kong, no tears in the cape. Pretty nice overall condition. Stormy, tight limbs, yellowing to torso. But should still fetch a pretty nice price with the condition. Blaster's good. Man. This Tusken, I'm going to have to send this off to be graded. Check out the paint. This looks like it just came right off the card. Look at that. It's beautiful. No tears in the cape. This will be, I don't have his staff. Okay, well, I'll have to get a staff and then wait to send that one off to be graded unless it's somewhere else in here. Here's that Tusken Raider. Look how beautiful this thing came out. I love how CAS displays these things. And we got an 80, which I'm surprised at. So there obviously was something I didn't see or still can't see. I thought this would be at least an 80 plus or an 85, but we got a 1977 Kenner Star Wars Tusken Raider. Sand People, even though we know it's only individual, so it's a sand person. COO is a 2-line Hong Kong 80.6 overall. And let's see if we can get some close-ups. I mean, there maybe is some, factory error on the mouth. It does look like the paint kind of fades up in there. And we go to the back here. There is a slight little mark right there on the elbow, and a little bit of dust, it looks like, that got on the arm right there. But I mean, other than that, I mean, look at the paint on those horns. Just beautiful. This is a great figure. What the heck happened to this? We got a... What? Is this a factory? Or check this out. This has got to be a factory error. The eyes are offset. One of the eyes is over here on the side of the head. One is like a cyclops right in the middle of where his eyes should go. That has to be a factory error. I don't know what else would do that. I mean, here's the normal one where the eyes should be. And then look at that. All right, well, we'll see. Who knows? Blaster's good. Blaster's good. We've got some Jawas that look to be normal dark brown stitching. There's a couple Jawas. And we've got 2 blasters in here. Oh boy. Check them. They're good. I mean, at this point, you know, everything's coming through. It looks like it's unplayed with condition. I would be very surprised if all of a sudden there is a reproduction in here. Oh my gosh. This R5D4 is beautiful. Little yellowing to the sticker, but I mean, super nice. I was hoping when I turned it around, because all the pictures had it this way, I was hoping there was gonna be a red bar there, but it's all good. And it is the 77. So this is the more rare version. It's used with an R2D2 body, and so that should fetch a little bit more money. All right, here's R5D4, the 1977 date stamp, and we've got an 80 plus. That is incredible. It's a 1977 Kenner Star Wars R5D4, and it's a COO 1-line Hong Kong 84.1, almost an 85. This figure is beautiful. And again, the more rare version of the figure being that 1977 date stamp, a slight yellowing to the sticker. But overall, this is going to be very nice in someone's collection when this gets sold. Normal snags. Blaster's good. Couple Bespin security guards. This one, oh man, darn it. Look at the paint on the front. So nice, but then there's a ding right there on the back of his left shoulder. Okay, those are good. Hoth Han Solo. We got a Reese. Hey, geez. Oh, there is a factory error on the paint on his hand. You can see it goes up into his arm. I mean, otherwise, this guy doesn't have a paint rub on him or any kind of problems at all. Beautiful figure. Okay, I'm not even gonna look at the back. I'm gonna show this guy right here. X-Wing Luke. Look at that back. The white paint is incredible. There's just a little bit on that black belt piece that goes through his crotch. Super nice figure. Yep, we got a little zipper sound, so we know that's good. It's the split visor Stormy. That's good. Wow. I mean, talk about a beautiful Death Star droid. I don't see any paint rub on this. This figure was never played with. All right, here is that Death Star droid. Look how beautiful this thing is. Let's see what we've got. We have an 80, and it's a 1979 Kenner Star Wars Death Star droid, a COO 3-line Hong Kong at 82.3, so almost an 80 plus. It is a couple points away from being an 80 plus, but look at the black paint on the shoulders. There's no scratches. The chrome is nice and bright and shiny. The eyes look awesome. The only thing you're seeing is a reflection of the LED light, but there is nothing wrong with those eyes at all. This is a beautiful figure. Love it. All right, we've got a Leia Bouche here. Taiwan, it's the molded torso. Super nice. And the staff. We got Chief Chirpa, the no COO version. Don't tell me this is a Letty. I do not see the L's on, oh wait, maybe I do. I'll have to check this to see if it's a Letty. It's the Letty COO. So we'll check it out. A Greedo, blaster's good. And a removable limbs, C3PO with his net, tight joints, and we always check underneath. A few other figures that he found after the item was done, so these are all freebies. And we've got a Gamorrean guard pig here. Cue the sounds for the pig. I mean, unplayed with again. Here's the Gamorrean guard pig. Love the display on this. Makes this figure look awesome. And we've got an 80 plus 1983 Kenner Star Wars Gamorrean guard. The COO 4-line Hong Kong got an 83.9, so it's inching its way towards that 85. And if we look at the back, we can see that's a Hong Kong COO here on the back of the leg. There's the date stamp. Let's look at those horns. The horns, beautiful yellow paint. That's always where the rubs are. And then down on his little sandals, I guess they're big sandals. They go all the way up his calves. But that's typically where you see a lot of paint wear on this guy. And sometimes on the shoulder. And this looks like it's the dark armor. You know what? I can't tell. I don't have enough lighting in here. And I'd probably have to have it next to another one. It could be the light armor on the gray. You know, when you've got both of them next to each other and you can see the color contrast, you know exactly which one's light and which one's dark. This is actually probably light. Now that this angle right here shows it pretty well. That's the light armor. It would be a much darker gray for the dark armor. We have an Admiral Akbar here. Jeez. Literally off the card. It's just unbelievable. Neon Numb here. A little bit of fading to his leg. You see that fading right there on the outside of his leg? So that's just a plastic degradation that's happening there. We got a Rebel Commando. Again, unplayed with. No blaster though. And an Imperial Commander. And I have plenty of guns for this guy because there's not one with him. Let's take a look. Sheesh. I mean, again, he's off the card. All these figures are off the card. These are beautiful figures. I'll have to figure out which ones I'm selling, which ones I'll send off for grading, which will then be for sale out of this collection. Okay, now all the rest of these are ones that I picked up from other collections that I did not film. And so the rest of this is just the CAS unboxing for other items that I picked up. And you're going to see some incredible items. We got some baggies and all kinds of other things. But we're going to start off first with an issue here. We've got a 1980 Lily Letty Star Wars Imperial Commander. The no COO was refused because of a paint touch-up to the head. Now, I didn't do the paint touch-up. I trusted a seller who's actually now, this is the second item I've purchased from this seller on eBay that has been rejected from CAS. The other one came out in a video, I think it was the August mail haul video. I could be wrong. I think it's the August mail haul video. And it was a TIE Fighter pilot, was supposed to be a Lily Letty as well. And when CAS got it, they determined that it wasn't a Lily Letty. It was a PBP from the Spanish factory. And so I had to send them off another Lily Letty TIE Fighter pilot, and which, thank goodness, I had another one. And so now I've got the PvP sitting with me without the blaster. The blaster is actually incredibly hard to find for the PvP version of it. And but we got the correct Lily Lady blaster for this guy here, and it is still a Lily Lady. And let's take a look and see if we can see where paint was touched up. I mean, how would we even know? I'm looking at this here. I mean, maybe it does. It does kind of look weird there at the top, doesn't it? Like there was some additional paint added to it or something. Because it doesn't look, it should look very similar to this type of a paint here. And it does look like there's paint on there. And I just didn't realize it. And it was not disclosed by the seller. And I'm not going to throw the seller under the bus in this video. Reach out to me if you'd like to know who it is. And I'll let you know exactly the name of the eBay seller. They're based out of Mexico, and they typically only sell Lily Lady figures. But again, I've had lots of issues with them. They're known to shill bid and apparently sell items that have been touched up so they can get more money for them. The good news is I stole this when I bid on it, and I got it for like $18. So I'm not out that much except for the grading cost, which I got half of it credited back to me from CAS, so I can send off some other items with the credit that's sitting there. But yeah, bummer on that one. Let's stick with some Gamorrean Guard pigs because I got a couple more here. And this is one that I sent off a long time ago. It was from my collection. I don't have this one graded, or at least this version. And what do we have here? It's a 75 by CAS, 1983 Kenner Star Wars Gamorrean Guard COO 3-line Macau. So this is the correct axe. It is from the Macau factory. We've got the Macau. It's hard to see with all the reflections. But right there, it says Macau on the back of the leg, and then the date stamp is over here. But beautiful figure, and just a little bit of wear up here to the horns is probably what kept it down to a 75. It was almost a 75 plus, but I'm okay with that. It's all good. I'm going to add this into my collection as I've been waiting to get this one back for a long time. And here's the other Gamorrean Guard pig that I sent off a while ago and have been waiting for. It's a baggie. And it's hard to even see this. Let me turn this so I can actually read it. It's a 1983 Kenner Star Wars baggy style Return of the Jedi C baggy Gamorrean Guard COO 4-line Hong Kong. It's an overall 80. Happy to have that. There is, a little bit of yellowing and stuff that's happened to a little bit of the sticker, to the baggy, which probably brought it down to the 80. But otherwise, look how beautiful that baggie is. And I just added another baggie into my collection, which will come out on the October mail haul video at the end of the month. So make sure to stick around for that. And I might show all the other Gamorrean Guard pigs that I've got in my collection. I don't know, or we'll save that for another video. Here is a figure that was in my collection for a long time that I sent off to be graded. And popping up right now is the Darth Vader featured YouTube video that I made on all of my Darth Vaders. And now this is being added to the Darth Vader run. And it's one of them I did not have. And we've got a 1977 Kenner Star Wars Darth Vader EPM hilt. Why is it an EPM hilt? Because it's the Taiwan COO Vader with a correct Taiwan saber. I don't even know if I just said that right. It sounded like I might have messed up. But anyways, got an 85 on this. It's beautiful, and it's very close. It's an 87.1 to an 85 plus. The cape is beautiful. This is a no-zip cape. So if you were to run your finger over it on either side, you're not going to hear that kind of zipping type of noise that it makes. And it's the Taiwan COO, obviously, with the Taiwan saber. Beautiful figure. I did not have this COO version in my collection, and now I can add it to it. All right, we've got a Bib Fortuna in a baggie, and this is, unfortunately, a 70. CAS 1984 Kenner Star Wars baggie style Return of the Jedi A Bib Fortuna, and I honestly don't know what the 70 comes from because they don't tell you. Looks like maybe right here is a tiny little tear in the baggie. I'm looking at it. It possibly could be more than the pinhole. Like there's a pinhole here, and that is supposed to be there. Kenner made a couple pinholes in these baggies to allow airflow through them. But this one over here, let's see if I can get that right there. That one probably is why we have a 70. I just didn't see it before I sent it off to be graded. And this is the Made in Taiwan baggy, so it's a Taiwan Bib Fortuna. It's okay. It's still going to look nice with all my other Bib Fortunas, and can't wait to add that to the collection. And we are sticking with baggies. Actually, I think it's baggies from here on out until the very last one. And here is your Bespin Han Solo. It's got a 75, close to a 75 plus. And man, this is hard to read. 1983 Kenner Star Wars. Baggy style is the Empire Strikes Back -D Han Solo Bespin outfit. It's a 2-line Hong Kong CO, 77.3 overall, so almost got the 75 plus. The real issue is the little rub on, and I don't think it's rub. I think it's like a little piece of dirt got on his nose, because I don't think his face is painted. I think it's a molded face. So I think probably in the factory, a little piece of dirt got there on the nose. Unfortunately, I did try to rub it off through the baggie, and I realized I was probably going to just damage the baggie, so I stopped. And here's the back. It's literally a beautiful figure. There's a little bit of dirt here on the back too. Let's see if I can get that out right there. You can see a little bit of dirt got on there. So, that happens. These things were sitting around a factory, and there were, all these workers that were working. I'm sure there was dust and dirt here and there, and it would get on these figures before they were sealed up in these baggies. And even in the, inside of a mint on card situation too, inside of a blister. So glad to add this to the collection. I finally got an Admiral Akbar baggie. This is the mail away baggie. So that it would have came in that mail away box, which we're going to go over another figure. Well, you can see him right here. It came in something similar to what you see over here on the right. And I couldn't, there were lots of these available to purchase with the box and all the inserts. They were just too much money. People were selling them for more than what they're actually worth. And so I settled on this baggie. I think I got this baggie for like $65. And it ended up at an 85. So what a steal for this. And I'm okay with, if you can see how big this display is. And I've got the Anakin one. I've got the Forlom. I've got the Emperor that are all giant like this. I don't have room for all those anyways. And so it's fine to have this compact just with the baggie. And what do we have here? It's hard to read. 1982, because that's the only way that Admiral Akbar comes. So the 1982 one is back, and it's Kenner Star Wars baggy style Empire Strikes Back -C Admiral Akbar. It's a 2-line Hong Kong, 87.1, almost an 85 plus. Look how beautiful this figure is. The baggie is so clear and clean. Let's look at the print. The Kenner, made in Hong Kong. There's nothing wrong with that print. Beautiful blueprint. Love this. And here is another baggie. It is Tebow. And I believe I picked this one up from Brandon at Rogue 5 Toys. I'm pretty sure that this one was from him. And we've got a 75. It is a 1984 Kenner Star Wars baggy style Return of the Jedi -C Tebow. No COO on this guy, 77.2, so almost a 75 plus. And we'll take a look here on the back. There's just the sticker does have a little bit of yellowing to it, which is very natural for a piece of tape sticker. I think it's the sticker. Tape. The tape is yellowing, and that is pretty common for the tape being that old. But beautiful, his headdress is still on. The accessories look nicely displayed within the baggie, and all that print looks beautiful. Just awesome. And I don't even know how I'm going to get this on the video. I'm going to move this camera over and try to get that glare off there. Look at this display. And I'm telling you, I don't understand the grade on this one. I really don't. And so hopefully you can help me down in the comments. But first, let's look at this box. It is a nice looking box. There's no writing on it. It's nice and rectangle. The corners look nice on it. I'll show you the back real quick. Look at the back. There's just a little tiny, crease there, but not a big deal. And then obviously it's Nien Nunb or Nien Nunb, however he pronounces his name. The baggie looks beautiful. Figure looks awesome. Here's all that paperwork that happens in it. 3 different things of paperwork that came in there. And unfortunately, a 70 plus. 1983 Kenner Star Wars baggy style Empire Strikes Back -C, the Nien Nunb mail away promotion. And the blister the box got a 70. W. I asked John, the action figure grader, what W means. I even looked on their website, and W is for like the 12-inch figures in the box that have that window, that plastic window, that you can see in. The W stands for window. So John thinks the only thing it can stand for is wrapper for the baggy. So it probably should have said B there for baggy, but they put W. And I looked at all my other ones that are like this, and they all have W's there too. So I don't know why I didn't notice that before, but anyways, and it almost got a 75. It's a 74.2, but we've got a again box at the 70 and baggy at 85, figure at 85. So we go back to this box. I'm telling you, the other ones that I have, like the Emperor and Forlom, the box is in way worse condition, and it did not bring down the score. So this box looks awesome. This is like the nicest box I have in all of my mail away displays like this, and it got such a low score. So I don't know. The only other thing I can think of is there's this little crease that goes down this display right here, but it was folded up inside of the box. So I don't know how you wouldn't have had a crease there on all of them. So who knows? Anyways, if you know more about these and those designations of the W, is that the paperwork or is it the box? Let me know. I'd love to be able to understand why in the world this has got a 70 plus. But look at this display. It is giant. It's probably in my thumbnail because it's so cool looking. I'm probably going to put that in there. And wow, amazing.
What I'm attempting here is scaring me because we have an R2-D2 from the Droid factory playset, all parts never been used, here in an unused sticker sheet. And I'm going to attempt to put the sticker on here so that it is in mint condition and send it off to be grading. And here's how it goes.
Here it is. Here is that Droids Factory R2-D2 that I took the sticker, an unused sticker off of a sheet. What a risky move. I don't even know if that's taboo. Let me know down in the comments if I've done something to violate these vintage Kenner items. I have no idea. I just wanted to upgrade the one that I have. I have a 75 plus, I believe, right up here in my collection, and it was all unused parts. And so I was like, man, how cool would that be if I, put that together and piece it together like I was a kid again, and then send it off to be graded to see what I get. And it ended up coming back in an 80, almost an 80 plus, is 82.3 overall. We got a 1979 Kenner Star Wars R2-D2 Droids Factory, and it's just beautiful. I'm not sure how it's not an 85. Again, all unused parts, and this thing looks incredible. There's no yellowing to the sticker. Like, it's a brand new sticker from an unused sticker sheet from the Droids Factory. And look at this thing. It's beautiful. So I'm going to swap it out because the one that I have up here, I believe I got in a collection. I probably paid $15 on average for it. And hopefully it'll fetch a few $100s, and that helps cover a lot of these costs that I incur with all of my grading and everything else, and keeping things and the full gamut of what I do here. But look at this guy. Okay, we did it. We got through it all. We went through that collection that I purchased. Hopefully it didn't go on too long. And but you can see that's kind of what I do when I get collections in. I review them all. I take a look at the items. I'll clean items if they need to be cleaned. So there was one in there I think that I needed to clean. I did clean it. But a lot of the collections I get, sometimes there's dust all over them. I've got to clean them and prep them for pictures and to make them look as nice as possible for the next collector that is going to be picking those up. So that happens too in a lot of those videos. But we also check all the accessories and the weapons, make sure they're legit and there's no reproduction in there. And then we saw all of the items I sent off for grading, and what a great run. Every single one from that collection I said should have been graded. And those are all going to be up for sale. If you go down into the links down below in the description of this video, you're going to see a link for my eBay. That's where you're going to find a lot of these items. Right now, I think there's 78 items that are up for sale that end this Sunday. And then the next week, there's another 75 items that are already pre-posted, ready to go. we're gonna have some incredible items. There's some last 17s. There's all that kind of stuff. There's vehicles. There's play sets. So if you're into that kind of stuff, make sure to go to that link and participate in all of my eBay auctions. And you're going to see a lot of these CAS graded items in there as well for sale. And I got some other stuff. I'm looking down right here. We got tons of stuff. Tons of stuff. It never ends here with the Star Wars Daddy. Some upcoming videos, I'm not really sure. Again, I'm running into, I'll figure it out. I've got so much going on outside of the Star Wars Daddy in my real life. I just have so much stuff going on. And, we can see I had that surgery that happened, and it's now in recovery mode. The stitches came out. I had stitches running down my face here, underneath my nose, above my nose, and then they cinched all my skin together to cover up the hole from that mole that they had to take out that they thought was too close to cancer. So we are taking it out to make sure that I'm good to go. And now it doesn't look that bad. It's just really red and swollen still. There's some stitches that are still underneath the skin that'll dissolve in 3 months. So it's going to be a little lumpy until all that goes away. So dealing with that, I got other just life stuff that just keeps me busy. And so I'm not sure. We're going to figure it out. It might be a feature on somebody here in my collection that we haven't done yet. Because we saw the thumbnail for the Darth Vader one, because I added something new to my Darth Vader collection. I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got so many items adding up all ready for the October mail haul video, but that doesn't happen for like 4 weeks. But we're going to figure it out. I got plenty of ideas and stuff here in my collection that we can go over. That way you can be entertained and you can see some of the stuff that's down here in my collection. Again, thank you so much for all of the support, you guys. 600 followers. And all the comments. I love responding to all the comments. I appreciate those that religiously go in and leave me comments. It helps us analytics. It brings more people here to the channel. And we're trying to grow as much as we can. And again, only being at this for 10 months and being at 600 subscribers, that's a testament that the things that I do are entertaining. We're all enjoying ourselves. I'm enjoying myself. I definitely enjoy doing this better than what I was doing before, which was just hiding under a rock, selling things on eBay, not talking to the community, not being a part of the community. And I'm just so grateful that we are building our own little Star Wars community here, and that I've branched out into all the other Star Wars communities as well. But again, check out those links down in the description for all my socials. We got shorts and stuff and reels and all that stuff that happen on all the different social media channels. And I think we've done it all. Again, it never ends here with the Star Wars Daddy. And what does Darth Vader say? He says my saying, who's your daddy right there? That's what Darth is saying. And I say, who is your daddy?